Yep, welcome back. Last time we finished chapter 5, we voted for Iroha as the culprit, but turns out that the killer was actually Mikado. Because, Iroha did do the entire murder plan, but Mikado secretly poisoned the food before she did. Which is something I had brought up, by the way, during the trial. Listen, all I'm saying is if I was with them, this wouldn't have happened. We would have talked about this. But yeah, now we're starting chapter 6, and oh yeah, there was also like a brief scene with, I think that was Kinjo. I'm not 100% sure. That seemed like it was Kinjo, like calling someone. Yeah, now Kurokawa is being brought up. I don't know what that's about. Miss Kurokawa, Miss Kurokawa. She's Kurokawa? Well, I solved it. I finally solved it. That bug I was talking about. And here it is. The 7 methods returning the value void. I mean, that's Kokoro, obviously. I didn't say that. That's obviously Kokoro. Huh? What's wrong, Miss Kurokawa? I told you not to refer to me as that name, Mikado Sonoji. You certainly did. I'm sorry. Have you forgotten? My last name is Mitsume. If it's that confusing, you should call me by my first name. But isn't Kurokawa still right officially? You said before that your husband and daughter were missing. Okay, so... so Kokoro is Kurokawa's mom? Okay. So technically you haven't got divorced yet. Have you come here to talk about such trivial things? No, never. Alright, the bug. I fixed it. You're right. And the code? It's in the USB. Do you want to test it right now? Give it a test. It's, different layout. It's not that bad, expectedly. I know, right? Now we're finally at the starting line. Kokoro, I've brought this month's pay in this bag right here. I'm sure that I always have to pay it in cash every time. Huh? What's wrong? Is there something troubling you? How old is she? No, but this, as always, isn't clean money. I know the security has been the worst ever since the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, but aren't you doing this too often? You know, hacking? If you're concerned about money laundering, I've done it quite thoroughly every time. I'm not berating you, sorry if you got offended. Crime is everywhere these days, and I'm actually quite used to it anyways. It's just that you might get caught if you go too far. Just be on the lookout. You're one of my most important sources of research money. There aren't many people out there who are up to invest in people like me. I'm afraid I can't, Kokoro. I haven't got much time left. Do you mean, are you referring to that person you talked about last time? Master Utsuro. I need to meet him as soon as possible for my sake. Even if it's just an alter ego created inside a programmed world. Mikado Sonoji, the emotion you're feeling right now. Is it aspiration? Respect? No. It's awe. To be honest, I don't give a damn about the ultimate luck or anything. If I could meet him for just a moment, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Oh, okay. Amazing. It's a strong emotion without any doubts. Could I record your data for a second? Later, please. It's a bit disturbing, to be honest. Alright. The reason why you're creating the alter ego, your relationship with that person, that has no relevance with me. To digitalize emotion and analyze it, to digitally create human emotion itself. That objective of mine was finally made true by your request, and our objectives merely happen to overlap, that's all. That's expected of our Miss Kokoro. You make things so much easier. That's why I'm requesting specifically you. Then the framework has been completed. We should start a deep learning process with our sample data. Now I'll take it from here since I created a base algorithm. You sure you're the one who requested it, and I'm the one getting paid for it? Lending the equipment necessary is enough reason to pay the money anyways. If that's what you want, then alright. Would you like a cup of coffee? Alright, then please make it black. The sample data is on the desktop, so go ahead and input it. I'll be right back. This marks another step forward. Master Utsuro, please wait for me. I will resurrect you, I promise. Why was he a wizard in the simulation? Let's see. Gosh, Kokoro, we should keep things more arranged. Let's see, is it this folder? What? What's with this folder? It's not any programming code. Is it a different type of data? I haven't deleted this folder yet. Whoa! Why are you so surprised? It's not like you've seen something you weren't supposed to. Kokoro. This isn't something worth talking about, but it isn't anything worth hiding for either. It's all in the past anyways. I'm always thankful for your support, so I guess I can tell you this much. What are these data files? Haven't you always wondered about my family? About those who were my family? Huh? No, well, of course not. You're lying. I assure you I know more about the emotion curiosity than anyone else in the world. You're in your mind reading again. This is, well, a file containing my daughter's brain and digitalized electric signals from each response she gets. I'm sorry? It was my lifelong dream to study primitive emotions. Primitive emotions? Mikado Sonoji, what do you think the most primitive emotion is? The base emotion of all emotion that us humans feel? Yeah, the very first emotion that humans feel as a living creature when we first became a living creature. The very essence of emotion. Emotion is an unknown field. No one ever could logically explain what emotion is. But what if we could digitalize the most primitive emotion? Maybe we could further inspect about the very identity of us humans. Isn't it fascinating? Is that so? I'm not sure. Kind of fucked up. And what does that have to do with your daughter? Our emotion gets largely affected by our surroundings as we grow up. As such, to research the most primitive emotion in its purest form. Did you... What? I must conduct the experiment from the very moment a human being is born. Coco, you didn't... Yes, I hired her specifically for that project. It was much more convenient than getting another person's child, much higher security as well. I had her born in the lab, and I started my experiment right away. These files are all from back then. Did your husband agree to this? He did, for the record. I didn't think that the genes would have much of an effect, and though I searched for a sperm donor, but one of the researchers I knew had a crush on me for the longest time. Made things a lot easier. Well, this is the boring part, so let's skip this. So that means your husband and daughter, who went missing, didn't... Her husband should just be dead. He shouldn't be missing, right? Because then Kurokawa and her brother go to his funeral, like right before the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. So he should be officially dead, not missing. Unless I'm misremembering. Well, my husband couldn't sign it in the end, so he took off with my daughter. Okay, so it's before that. Okay. I lost contact, so I don't know what happened afterwards. Isn't he like the head of a massive organization? I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to track him down. Weird, he definitely agreed to the experiment, you know? It was at that point that I realized that fatherhood is a much stronger emotion than I thought. Wait, but these files, they've been regularly updated up until a few years ago. That's because she ran away with the scanning chip still in her brain. The chip is run by a semi-eternal battery, so as long as she was alive, the data should have been sent to this PC. And why did you keep these? The file size is enormous. Were you planning to use these for research? No, that's not it. I just forgot. There's a lot of data to handle. As soon as she made contact with the outer world, the primitive emotion must have disappeared. So this is all worthless data. To be honest, I didn't know they even existed before you opened them. Could you please delete them? Alright. What, are you concerned about something? No, I have no right to complain about ethics when my hands are this dirty from all the crimes that I've done. But still, she's your family. You told me that you were an orphan, right? I guess this story sounded a bit irresponsible for someone like you. Sorry, I was being careless. No, not at all. It's not something you should apologize for. I'm fine. Interesting. What is it? I checked some of the data just in case, but my daughter lived quite a life, didn't she? She seems to have gotten into Hope Speak Academy. Come again? How could you possibly tell that from fucking brainwave data? What are you talking about? And there's a name I recognize reoccurring many times throughout my daughter's memories. Utsuro, isn't that the person you were looking for? What's the matter all of a sudden? You surprised me. I'm sorry. Kokoro, you're not joking about this, right? It was only a personal act of trying to meet with him that I contacted with you, and yet your daughter ran away and luckily got into Hope Speak to somehow meet with him. When I haven't even seen a single sign of him? Can this be fate? Fate, luck, I don't believe in unscientific things, but this is new information to me as well. No, if you think about it, it's quite simple. This is the power of the divine luck. Yes, it is power. He's calling me. Amy and I are pulled together once again. That could be the only explanation. Master Utsuro. Ah, Master Utsuro. Okay. Kokoro. The event that I met with you, that was also by Master Utsuro as well. I want this data to be scanned, all of it. This could prove to be even more important than the AI we're creating. To be honest, I'm a bit tired. But what? If it's money, then I'll give you much more, please. Give me a few more as a tip. I guess I'm skipping sleep tonight. Okay, I mean, you don't have to do it tonight, but like... Chapter 0, NA years ago. I would like to save. There's also chapter 0 in the first game. Oh, not this shit. The music is not playing. Is it gonna be glitched out? Yeah, okay. The world is falling apart. What was that? Playing Edgelord? No, I mean literally. Don't we all know everything's over now? If this is happening, the Killing Skull field trip must have come to an end. So there's no way for us to find out how it all ended. But I think it's unusual even for Mikado to put a sudden end to everything. Did something go wrong with the plan? Serves him right in hell, Mikado Sonoji. It's just my speculation. Yeah, what we know for sure is whether Mikado's plan succeeded or not. Our time here is up. If Mr. Utsuro really came back to life, if we can get our fortune back, and even the smallest chance of us coming back to life opens up. No, there's no such chance. Fortune is just that, mere luck. It's impossible to bring people back from the dead. And even if it were possible, Mikado Sonoji would never let it happen. No, I don't want to die. I want to live somewhere. I want to stay here with you guys. Emma, snap out of it. We're already dead. Us talking here like this is only a fantasy. I know that. I'm prepared to face the end. It would be childish to deny that. But I just couldn't help it. Our lives throughout the past years have been a living hell. I think Utsuro should use his luck to bring Kanade and everyone else alive and just keep Teruya dead. Just keep Teruya dead, but to bring everyone else back to life. And when we finally escape those guthers and live a normal life, we're dragged right back down and have to accept it's the end? No, I hate it. Why me? Why do we have to go through all this suffering? Stop it. Crying like that won't change what's already done. Besides, we all did something terrible. Hey Nikke, is there anything you want to say? It might be your last chance. Or are you keeping quiet because you don't have a mouth? Fuck it, I'm just waiting for all this to be over. I'm glad that this hell of a life is ending. There's no point in living without power. Yeah, just let me return to dust. Are you sure about that? Well... What about you then? Your health. You wanted to bring in your health. You came this far just for that one goal. Why are you so concerned about other people? You must be the most desperate of us. That might be true. But still, there's something that came to my mind when I realized this will be the end. This is what I was fated to be. What? We were all granted power of fortune by Mr. Utsuro, and with that power altered each of our fates. We weren't dragged down to hell, we were there from the very beginning. Fortune might have allowed a temporary escape, but this is the place we were all supposed to be. You. So we can't change fate? I don't know, there might have been some way if Mr. Utsuro were still alive. But would it be better to think that we came back where we belonged than we lost everything? At least in your last moments. Forget it, you're lame. I'd rather not spend my last moments dealing with the likes of you. I'm gonna lay down here and silently fall into sleep. Ha, if that's what you want. I'm sorry. Emma. Tell me one final joke. Anything's fine. Okay, but I thought you hated them. Just pick one already. It's almost time. Alright. What do you call a deer with extremely good eyesight? I don't know. Wait, what do you call a deer with extremely good eyesight? Motherfucker. Master Utsuro. I was happy to meet you, but at the same time I was unhappy. That's the reason I resent our meeting. So thank you. Because you were. What? Okay, this is the same as the beginning of the prologue. What did I say first? Empty. If I were to explain to Empty, who's not monologuing right now, my name is Empty. I doubt anyone really cared. Empty. Sorry, my throat was really dry. As you can see, I'm not empty, or I have empty as well as empty. I'm just one empty of the ordinary empty student empty that empty at any morning. Empty. Only emptiness. Empty. Rah. Rah. You okay again? Sorry, get up. Ooh. Who is this? Sir, are you okay? Who the fuck is this? Is this a grown-up version of... Is this grown-up Iroha? Huh? Sorry, it's me. Are you okay? Do you know where we are? This place. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay, Sora. No, this is Yorika. Why is your hair brown now? When I found you on the floor, I thought you were dead. I thought I was dead. Who are you? Excuse me? This is the first time we've met, right? Boy, is it something about you is familiar. Sorry, it's me, Yuriko Kabuya. Yuriko? Is that really you? Yes, of course it is. You look like a completely different person. I don't understand either. I look like I did back when I was in high school. Yuriko, I can't remember. My theory is correct. I don't know why my memory and my appearance is back, but this is how I look now. Damn. Looking good, Yuriko. What, you still don't believe me? My memories might be back, but I still remember everything that happened. I believe you. I was just a little surprised. Well, you look very mature, though. Well, that's because I'm an adult. I don't know how old you are, but I'm older, probably. How old are you? So should I call you Miss Kabuya, or are you already married? What? Just shut up. I'm not that old. Miss Kabuya. I'm just asking you to treat me how you usually do. Hey, it's just a joke, Yuriko. Do we look like Akane right now, or do we still look like Sora? By the way, do you know what happened? I want to know your situation. No, we obviously didn't know what to do until our minds went blank. What? We're alive? I think so. What happened to the execution? Why are we on this beach and where are the others? Yuriko, I have a question. We're still in the virtual world, right? Really? You think so? What made you think that? Well, I don't think that zeros and ones are normally flying around in the real world. You think so? And the sky is purple, if you noticed. Did you say that your memories are back? Yeah, I don't know why. So how did you get kidnapped and forced into the killing game? I'll tell you, just wait a second, my mind is still a little fuzzy. I'm sure I was working as usual, then someone... Sorry, I don't remember the details, but I know for sure I was surprise attacked. If you don't want to remember, you don't have to. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. In any case, we know what's going on now, so I think we need to check. Huh. The student handbook is completely broken. There's some weird static in the rules section. Sorry, look at this. Reset code activation. This is... The reset code is unlocked. Did this bring my memories back? Let me check mine. Do it! Oh, mine's like that too. Really? So have you remembered anything? They should come back, my real memories. You remembered before, right? Oh yeah, Kanitara, was it? Have you gotten any other memories apart from hers? I should have, but I don't feel any different from how I did in the last trial. Well, the change, do you not have to press it? Is it already activated? Well, the change of my appearance must have something to do with the reset codes. But you haven't changed at all, so maybe it didn't work for you. I don't know. The reset code is not absolute. The reset code just initializes a tempered state of data. Tempered state? What's that? Oh, wait, what? Monochrome. Pleasure to see you all again. You, what do you want this time? No, wait a second. I'm no longer your enemy. What bullshit are you trying to pull? You work for Mikado. Yuriko, wait a minute. Monochrome, I wanted to talk to you. Sora, the day I arrived on the 5th island, when that happened, you tried to tell us something, right? Yes. Why didn't you say anything, and what did you do after that? Then your condition was weird. And there's got to be a reason that you're here, right? Still as seasoned as ever, Miss Sora. I'll admit you were half right. Half right. Once my data was initialized, it doesn't make sense for me to be here anymore. So in theory, my personality should be dead, but I've somehow come back to life. What a miracle. Now that I have a few moments of freedom, I came here to you. What are you talking about? Don't you understand? I'm here to help you guys. To help us? It seems both your reset codes have been activated, right? Seeing how Yuriko's avatar has been released. I want to see what Kanade looks like as an adult. I'm really curious. But nonetheless, you lack information. To beat that monster Mikado, you need information. Am I wrong? Wait a minute, you're acting weird. You've been on Mikado's side all this time, so why are you helping us now? Well, I'm not sure either. I think the default value of my algorithm is to help humans. Algorithm? All programs act using algorithms, and the principle of those are determined by default value. Well, I've not exactly been trustworthy so far, so you have to make a choice if to trust me or not. I won't force you. As Yuriko said, I've been working for Mikado, so why would you trust me? However, I'm no longer under the jurisdiction of Mikado, so now my action is to help you. I hope you believe that much. What should we do, Sora? Monoko, what do you know about Mikado's plan? Where are the others, and what's going on? Well, not all of them are here, but I could show you where they are. Yuriko, let's take his help. Are you serious? It's hard to understand the situation with just us two alone. Besides, we don't know where the others are. And we could always use some eyes in the sky. We have the perfect bird for that job. Please don't address me as just a bird. Right, I'm suspicious of Monocro, but he has been acting weird for the past few days. However, if you betray us, you'll die. Don't worry, my algorithm isn't programmed to lie. So it's safe to assume you have decided there's nothing else on this beach. We should move. Move to where? To the Singularity. Please, talk to me when you're ready. I want to start right away. Okay. What a sudden reunion. Monocro is certainly back to his usual self. I'm still not sure if he's our ally or our enemy, but I'm sure Monocro is something that could be useful to us. What happened to us? Who knows what the future may hold? It's time to uncover the truth. End of chapter 0. The Moon of Hope and Sun of Despair. Yeah, there's been a big overarching like moon and sun motif with this game. And you know, we're named Sora, which means sky in Japanese, and the sky has contains both the moon and the sun. Can't select it. Are we in Deadly Life right now? Yeah, we're in Deadly Life apparently. Oh, I have 3 bullets. A lot of 3 bullets. The profiles are fine. Okay, all the rules are gone. Okay. Yuriko, if your memories are back, do you know what the outside world is like? World? What are you on about? I'm asking because I don't think I've been conscious for a long time. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I'm curious to know what's changed since then. Oh, so that's it. Well, it was terrible. Luckily, I managed to evacuate in time, but there were so many casualties. How long has passed since it happened? Is it over? Well, I don't know exactly how long, but it's been at least a few years. Most of the riots have ended, and society has returned to some level of normality, but the security system is much worse than it was before. Okay, that doesn't sound that bad. What is it, Sora? Oh no, it's nothing. From the way maybe that's wrong, but from the way the Danganronpa anime made it look, it really seemed like the world was like post-apocalyptic. But maybe it's not actually that bad. Are you ready? Yes, right. Well, let's move right away. Wait a minute, Monocro. Just where's the Singularity? Wait, before that, do we even need to go to it? Mikado's plan and the reason why we got trapped in the scaling game. If you already know, just tell us here. She's right, don't be suspicious. If you have any information for us, tell us right away. I thought we already knew about Mikado's plan. Huh? Nika said everything a few days ago, remember? Besides, the reset codes were solved, so I think you have already come to your conclusion. Yuki, Utsuro is trying to meet them. Is that what you're talking about? Well, his goal is to put Utsuro's personality over Yuki's, therefore aiming for the resurrection of divine luck. The divine luck of divine luck. Wow. Isn't that what you already concluded in Higa City? That's Wait a minute, only me, Sora, and Yuki were there, so how do you know about that? That's because I'm the overseer of this world. Currently, this virtual world is erroneous due to external intervention. You can tell what happened from the strange environment that surrounds you, right? When that happened, our security was destroyed, and without my admin privileges, I know little information of what happened since. Just tell us what information you do know. Well, why the tampering from Miss Kaguya here? Always so impatient. I object that seeing it for yourself would be faster than my explanation. It's only a waste of time talking here. I see. I know for a fact that it is not me or Mikado causing this intervention. It would be impossible to move such a place for us. Follow me. The coordinates of the map are all lined up, so it should be just up ahead. I don't think you listened to a single word I said. It can't be helped. We should just do what Monoko says for now. At the end of the day, it's only a matter of time before Mikado realizes something is wrong, and comes to execute us again. That's a wise judgment. Now follow me. Due to the unnatural linking of these locations, you may feel somewhat dizzy upon movement. Please keep that in mind and have a safe travel. Okay. Sure, man. Is Shiobai still in here, or...? We have arrived. This is the first singularity, the bathroom. My head is spinning. Huh? What is this? What's going on? As I said, this world is full of errors. It seems the objects are misplaced. It's not just that. When I woke up, we were on a sandy beach. Now we're somehow inside a building. Wait, is this maybe the first island? Correct, the bell tower. This is where the first murder took place. In the virtual world, murders are of great significance. From this era, I should be able to do various manipulations here. This way. You go first. Huh? What's this machine? Wait, there's somebody inside. It seems familiar somehow. Yuri, this person is Yuri Kagarin, right? A suspicious capsule-type machine reminiscent of a tube. Lay the sleeping body of Yuri, who is an adult like we saw in that video, yeah. You're all aware of the one who died in this tower was Yuri, right? What? Why is Yuri? No, more importantly, what is this machine? This machine is a device that connects the real and virtual world. In other words, this is the connector to the virtual world where we currently reside. In the real world, just like Yuki, you two are in a capsule like him asleep. So Yuri also returned to his real body. Wait a minute, Yuri fell from the top of the tower, but there's no cuts and no wounds? Wait, is Yuri alive? No, Yuri is very much dead. What's in this device is just an empty body. Because the virtual world connects directly to the brain, so the death in here means the death in the real world. There are no exceptions. No exceptions? Not even one? So everyone who died is still dead. After we saw the real nature of Nikke, it's just as we thought, he was lying. But hearing Monoko say it like that, they're all gone. So why is Yuri still here, and why is that capsule here with him? I already told you. Told us? This place is entirely virtual. Your body is exactly the same. It's just like a game avatar, so to speak. And with administrative right, you can change the look of an avatar. So in other words, someone arbitrarily manipulated the body of the dead Yuri. Does that mean it wasn't a person who intervened, it was due to the reset codes? When a reset code is activated, your avatar returns to the state of your original body. If you don't believe me, let me show you. What? I'm back to looking like... Huh? I'm back to normal. Originally, such a power would be impossible, but in this state, it is possible to manipulate it. But we're just talking nonsense. Let's get back to the important part about Yuri's reality. To be precise, somebody called the connection device in reality. That was the reason. The connection device. Is there something like that in this capsule machine? Well, as far as I'm aware, this device will show information. Here we are. This is his profile. That's all we know about Yuri Kagarin. Please have a read. Name Yuri Kagarin, Japanese and Russian race, mid-20s. From a young age, he inherited the Kagarin Corporation. He hated men very much, but was able to see the varied abilities of humans, and became an outstanding businessman and developed the Kagarin Corporation to new heights, using independently developed AI called Yuri for space exploration. He successfully contributed greatly to the space industry, and became one of the symbols of next generation hope. Influenced by a girl from his past, he was determined to devote himself to helping women's welfare. Looks like a lot of great achievements, but still nothing special. Still the same old Yuri. Not only Yuri's body was big, he himself was. So what does that have to do with our situation? Sorry, do you not remember? Yeah, what? Well, I'm aware you've recovered your memories as Akane Tara. Am I wrong? Yuri Kagura met Akane Tara as a child. Oh. What? So Sora? Yuri, who originally rejected men and worshipped women. The reason he became so obsessed with women was because Yuri hired Akane Tara as a worker for him. And he, okay, that's kind of creepy. Especially since she would have been like 12 years old or something. And does that mean, Sora, do you remember meeting him as Akane Tara? I'm not too sure I can remember for certain. I can remember for certain. Well, I don't really remember everyone I met whilst I was a maid. Right, well, whether Miss Sora remembers Yuri or not doesn't really matter. What's important is Yuri had knowledge of Akane Tara. Why is that important? Why does that matter? Because that is the reason they were caught in the killing game. Everyone, like, knew who Akane was or something? All of you, Utsuro, the very purpose of Mikado. He brought you all here because you were all related to his classmates during Utsuro's time at Hope Speak Academy. Oh, just not necessarily Akane, but like different classmates, I see. Like Kokoro was Kurokawa's mother, for example. Sure. What? Including me? Minako Tomori. Does that name seem familiar to you? Minako? Wait, how do you know her? Minako Tomori's only daughter, Kizuno Tomori, is the ultimate cheerleader of the 79 class at Hope Speak. She was one of Utsuro's classmates. Huh, no way. What? Minako is a married woman? Is it really a surprise? But she really has a husband and a daughter? Why, did you two have a thing going on? No, Minako was the madam at the bar I used to work at in high school. Even though I was a minor and she looked after me so I could work with her. To think she was a married woman. But this isn't about her, this is about Minako's daughter who went to Hope Speak, right? Are we saying Kizuna's mom was a whore? Yes, to be more precise, the Hope Speak Academy 79 class. Allow me to say this one more time. The reason you became a target of Mikado was because you were more or less related to the 79 class students. In the case of Miss Sora, Akane Tara was part of the 79 class herself. So that is self-explanatory. Wait a minute, Madame's daughter and Sora were classmates? Minako was 8 at that time, and then her daughter was in high school. That means... Grandma Kaguya? What? Oh no, I wasn't trying to calculate your age. Well, age doesn't matter, so please just stop calling me that. Is that touching moment over? Can I continue? All of you, except the members of Void, were related to the 79 class in some way. No, technically, the Voids sought help from the 79 class member Utsuro. Since they're technically related, it means that all of you are related to the 79 class. We're having a lot of trouble speaking. Come to think of it, Teruya was part of the 79 class of Hope Speak as well. 79th is a really hard word to say for me. Then, was Teruya also a classmate of Utsuro? Correct. In Mikado's plan, everyone was supposed to have a slight relation to the 79 class. But there was some people who were in the 79th class themselves. That includes Akane Tara, that's you, Sora. And that's the reason we're in this terrible situation? Because we had connection to the 79 class? Please stop saying 79th. So why did Void, Mikado, collect everyone connected to the 79 class? And in order for Yukri to become Utsuro, we needed to create a similar environment to the previous game. Mikado called it reproduction. A reproduction. Yeah, I remember. It was to create a conflict versus men and women for the exact reproduction. Killing Yuri was the only way to do that. Him dying as a fact alone would be enough. As expected, it stirred up theories of a woman being the culprit. I'm sorry, Mikado, I messed up the reenactment. It shouldn't be a surprise considering the flawlessness of your reenactment of this case. Quite unlike a certain incapable person. The reproduction of the case, it's the order of the killing game we've been through. So far, the Voids previously mentioned it after the trials. Miss Sora, part of the 79 class, Miss Sora, if you really are her, you should remember. Remember how this killing game is similar to the killing game of the 79 class. That's right, Teruya said that the 79 class went through a killing game as well. About Utsuro, you must have heard about him from Sora on the last island. Do you remember? Yuki is biologically identical to Utsuro. Biologically identical? Just by happenstance? Like, whatever, I don't care. But mentally, they're different people. So Mikado wanted to replace Yuki's personality with Utsuro's. As such, he chose a virtual world so he could connect directly to the brain. Yeah, that makes sense. In conclusion, Utsuro was in the 79 class, and the two killing games were very similar. In the virtual world, Yuki suffered the same turning. This is Mikado's plan. The trials that Nico talked about is the reenactment process. I was expecting this to some extent, but after hearing it myself, it truly was terrible. Now that my memories of Kanetara has returned, I remember clearly what I did, and a terrible hell of the killing game. My memory when I opened my eyes on Utsushima was ambiguous. It felt like a dark past, but now, I remember everything clearly. During that time, he and I did something terrible. It's a terrible time that I don't ever want to repeat again, and Mikado Sanji did it all over again. To Yuki, who has done nothing wrong, was dragged into this selfish purpose again. Again? What do you mean again? And not just Yuki, everyone was dragged into this because of the 79 class. I'm gonna kill you if you say that word one more time. Wait a minute, after the war and the tragedy, humans' scientific advancement were rapid, and technology improved day by day. With the technology of the Towa group, I know artificial intelligence and other things of the sort had begun to appear. But no matter how much I think about it, covering a personality with somebody else's is, no matter how similar the environment and the conditions are, is it really possible? It's basically brainwashing. If it's possible or not, this theory has already been proven by someone before. They even managed to implement it in practice before. Yeah, Junko did it by she didn't need a simulation though. Basically what she did is she created a video, and the video turned you evil after you watched it. So it brainwashed you into being an evil person. She made the video that turns you evil, is what she did. What? Junko Enoshima, have you ever heard of her? Yeah, she's the one that made the video that turns you evil. Junko Enoshima, she's the cause of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Junko Enoshima. She corrupts Utsuro, and as a result, most of the class of 79 die. She's the root of this world's chaos. Well, she died a long time ago, after popping up a few too many times, true. So you don't need to worry too much about her. In the past, Junko Enoshima modified a virtual world called the Neo World Program. It was used to override someone's personality with their own. AKA the plan to turn everybody into herself. I totally forgot about that. That was her plan in Danganronpa 2, right? I completely forgot. She wanted to turn everyone into herself. Okay, sure. Of course, with the work of many others. Her plan failed and Junko Enoshima is completely dead. That doesn't make any sense. Then Mikado used that plan as motivation for his own? Did he actually implement the plan? And what does the symbol in the capsule device mean? This is the connection device of the New World Program. It's a stolen version that was plugged with a thermal plate. He stole it? Where did Mikado get such manpower? Unfortunately, I did not know that. I'm only supposed to direct the killing game, the model mascot taking the place of Monokuma. Even Mikado didn't give me the full details. So we were forced into the killing game that Utsuro went through, because the 79th class was already dead. So we were used as alternatives or substitutes in other words. Yes, Yuri here, Yuriko as well as everyone else were in the same situation. Huh? What's with the serious face, Sora? No, that can't be it. There's gotta be something more. Yuriko and everyone else were kidnapped by Mikado. What? There's more? Fufu, still as sharp as always, Miss Sora. Correct. In addition to the people related to the 79 class condition, there were some other criteria they had to reach. And they were... You have to be a Hope Speak Academy student. Huh? This is the essential and irreplaceable condition that Mikado learned using trial and error. In addition to this, in the 79th killing game, there have been several other. There was even a killing game that took place with the Hope Speak Academy officials. I'm not sure why, but Utsuro's personality was covered up. But the ultimate talent was absolutely necessary. Wait, what are you talking about? I've never been to Hope Speak Academy. That's correct, you weren't a student or Yuri. You weren't a student or Yuri at Hope Speak Academy. Neither was Yuri. And here's the problem, when you started the killing school trip, why did your memory go back to when you were at high school? Huh? You all should know since your memory have returned, but you see, Hope Speak Academy was already closed several years ago. So the ultimate student that were considered the symbols of hope in this world could no longer be found. That's why Mikado decided to kidnap all the people who were considered the symbol of hope. Read Yuri's profile carefully again. And became one of the symbols of next generation hope. The symbol of hope for the next generation? After the tragedy, dude, I'm gonna need to end early, I can't speak. Major restoration had to begin. Among them, there were people who had great contribution to the restoration work. Those people were the same generation of hope, just the same as the ultimate students were. They were called the symbols of hope. Mikado focused on that and the talent itself, and as such put everyone's age back to when they were in high school. In other words, you are virtual ultimate students. I mean, I can get that for a spaceman to like rebuild society. What the fuck was the hostess doing to rebuild society? What was the billiard player doing? What were the fucking guitarists and vocalists doing? Come on, wait a second. A symbol of the next generation of hope? Does that include me? But I don't have any achievement that could earn me that talent. Fufu, you're too humble, Miss Kabuya. You certainly deserve the title. You're a counselor, correct? Really? But I did some volunteering to the speaking skills I learned as a hostess, and became a psychologist. Okay, so your talent isn't the same as the one you had in the simulation. Okay, that's weird. Of course, I did gain a little recognition, but not to the extent of being called that. It's through the counseling that Yuriko did that she began to stand out after the tragedy. She helped a lot of people who were physically and mentally damaged by the disaster, and all for this small cost of nothing. Many people suffered from PTSD, and thanks to Yuriko's hard work, they got through their trauma. That's nice. And that got her the title of being the symbol of the next generation of hope. Yuriko, that's awesome. Well, that being said, shouldn't I have been the ultimate counselor instead? Yeah. Why was I chosen as the ultimate hostess? That's not what I was known for. The talent and memory were inextricably linked. If you were selected as the ultimate psychologist, your memories wouldn't sync well since you weren't a psychologist at the time. Why is it all present tense? So does that mean everyone else actually had the talent as well? Correct. Yuri here was no different. He was famous in the space industry, a symbol of hope for the next generation. From some point, everyone began to call me that. A considerable amount of time had passed since Hope Speaks shut down, and people still were desperate for some hope. That's how humans are, just how mankind created religion. They needed something to believe in. Humans are always hungry for hope, and they were afraid of despair. That's why they create the symbols of hope. When you said that, something came to mind. Monokuro, are you human? Hmm? When the Killing Sculpture first started, I didn't know anything. I thought there might be someone who controls you behind the scenes. But as the story of the virtual world came out, and from Mikado's remarks, no, he's an AI, right? You seem to be more than someone being controlled when you were talking about your memories returning. If Monokuro was created by Mikado specifically for this plan, it would be right to call you artificial intelligence, right? Fufu, a swing and a miss. You were only half right this time. Of course, I am an artificial intelligence, but I'm not made by Mikado. What? Then just who are you? My real name is Yuri. Mikado. Oh, he's one of the fucking AIs that Yuri made? Mikado hacked me into another program. Yuri? Wait, this is the third time we're reading this. Yeah, he developed AI called Yuri for space explorations. He successfully contributed significantly to the space industry. Dude, I can't believe we're reading this again. Like, calm down. Monokuro, you're Yuri's... Yes, I guess you could call the real Yuri my father. Didn't I say my purpose is to help humans? Originally, my purpose was to manage various flights. I must have been developed for that. Even though most of my data has been modified, I still have no memory of being the AI Yuri. What the hell is the AI created by the Kagurine Corporation being modified for use in the killing game? Mikado is extremely focused on efficiency. For him, Mr. Kagurine's AI had all the necessary conditions for the plan. I must have been the best prey. So he kidnapped Yuri and stole his artificial intelligence, that's what you're saying? So in summary, in addition, an AI created by the next generation of hope would be fitting for his plan. This isn't a very good story. Well, I don't know all of Mikado's actions. All the memories of me being the AI Yuri have been erased. I just went through with the killing game as programmed. But now that I know my identity, I can clearly remember what took place because of the program, which is why I'm helping you both. An unimaginable identity. Let me drink some water. Yuri was deeper in Mikado's plan than we all thought. Oops. But of course, Yuri is dead. He was also a victim. The scary thing is how someone executed all these large-scale crimes. But this was all done by the person called Mikado Tsunoji. Even after we got our memories back, we still didn't know how much about Mikado himself. Monokuro, if you look at it, you're also a victim of Mikado. It must have been hard for someone that was programmed for good purposes to be doing horrible stuff for Mikado like that. Well, that's not exactly the case. Huh? This body is simply a programmed algorithm. I'm just an AI, I have no emotions. I laugh, act gloomy, get angry, etc. Not because it's how I actually feel, it's because I was programmed this way. But Artificial intelligence is not human. As an AI, I have no feeling of guilt. The only person who committed crime is Mikado. However, distinguishing the good and the bad, there's no function for that. I'm helping you now because I realized my original goal, because that is what my algorithm says to do. An artificial person that acts on its own emotion and ignores algorithms, well, that would be called an alter ego. You do not need to sympathize with me or worry about me, you only have to use me. Because all I am is a tool to help humans. Okay, so you're an AI, but you're not an alter ego. Okay. Wait, why didn't Yuri just use alter ego to make Monokuma? Whatever. Artificial intelligence that acts according to an algorithm. Monaco's actions are not based on emotion, they're simply deduced using the systems. But even so... I'm sorry. No, it's nothing. It would be meaningless for me to talk any longer. My role is soon to end anyway. Is that really it? If his behavior is really just an algorithm, what did all of those other times mean? Now let us move to the second singularity. The time might be infinite, but not for us. You may feel dizzy between moves. Try to mentally prepare yourself before we begin. Virtual World Avatar. Yuri Kagarin. Hope Speak 79 class. New World Program. Next Generation Symbols of Hope. Monochrome. Okay. Should I do the next section? It's gonna be like 20 minutes, right? Sleeping in a capsule without moving. Let me check the bullets. My hero could sudden transformation. Affect the dead body inside the capsule. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's much to deduce here. Yeah, I'm gonna end here for now, just because my throat is starting to hurt. Next time I think we'll probably finish the investigation, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's gonna be a bit pretty long. It's hard to tell. But yeah, I mean, this is typical chapter 6 stuff. I really want to know like what all of the people in the game have been up to while they were adults, like during the tragedy. Not like I feel like we'll only learn about like a couple of them, but I really want to know like what the fuck was what the fuck was Siobai's deal? What the fuck was Hajime's deal? What was Shinji's deal? I mean, I guess he's just a firefighter. What were the twins' deal? Like, I think it would be cool to like learn all that, but I don't know if we are gonna. Yeah. Anyway, I'm here for now. I guess see you next time.